Hey up everybody, Magpie Gaming here, and in this video we're going to take a look at the next patch for Escape from Tarkov. This is 0.10. The dust is only just settling on 0.9, but these guys aren't resting on their laurels. They are well and truly pushing for 0.10, and apparently they're looking to make this by the end of August, which is, 4 weeks away, so no mean feat, but it seems like they can do it. They're pushing these fixes and patches out very quickly just recently. So they put a post out on across all of their social media. I'm currently looking at the Facebook one, and they say that there are a lot of new players coming into it and not only reactions coming in, and they say they're pretty nervous about it, but they say that this patch will mostly be focusing on technical issues within the game. There won't be too much in the way of new additions to the game, such as weapons and items, things like that. It's more going to be looking at fixes and optimizations for the games, which they fully admit there are issues there and they are doing their best to try and fix. So first up, they're going to be looking at network fixes, interpolation, hit detection, no damage bugs, spawn lags, latency decreasing, door sync, body and item sync improvements, FPS links to fire rate fix and optimizations. So when you look at those things, hit detection, there was recently a patch put out to try and improve that after 0.9, because I think 0.9 lowered the hit detection a little bit. That's something that they're currently working on. It feels pretty good in the game right now to me. It feels a little bit better than it used to do. I do feel as though when I do aim and shoot at somebody, I'm definitely going to hit them, so it feels good, but yeah, it still does need a little bit more work. Spawn lags are something which plague this game, and anybody that plays it will know this. When you log in and other people are spawning in, you get lag right across the map that affects every player on the map, and it's annoying. For the first couple of minutes of the game, you kind of expect it now and you get used to it, but it is still annoying. Hopefully they'll be able to do something about that. Door sync is another thing where somebody will open a door in front of you and then you'll basically see them just ghost through the door, and the door will not open on your screen for at least a few seconds. This is another annoying one. It doesn't always happen, but it always seems to happen at the most inopportune moment, and if you try to go through that door that your friend has obviously opened and gone through on their screen, it won't let you through. It won't let you through until it opens on your screen, so that is something that needs sorting. It, as I say, always happens at the most inopportune moments. You'll be getting shot at, usually on shoreline from down the corridor, and you can't get through because the door isn't open on your screen yet. Hopefully that's one that they can get fixed soon. The other ones, latency decreasing, that's not really an issue that I've had. You do get high latency sometimes in some of the maps, but that'll just be depending on what server you were connected to and how well that raid is running at the time, but again, there is work to be done there. The big one on this is FPS linked to fire rate fix. Now this is something that I don't think Battlestate actually admitted to when it was found out, but a number of prominent YouTubers basically did some testing, worked out that your fire rate is indeed fixed to your FPS, so the faster your FPS, the faster your fire rate will be, and eventually Battlestate admitted to this and said that they were looking to fix it. Now this was admitted to back in I think 0.7, something like that, so it's been around for a long time. Haven't heard too much about it, but it does look as though they're going to try and get it fixed for this next update, and it does seem like one of those really odd ones where your frame rate on your screen on your computer shouldn't make any difference to the actual fire rate of your gun. If that gun is rated for 600 rounds per second, you should get that. So, but you don't. It goes purely on your FPS. So if you lower your graphics right down and you've got a really good graphics card and that brings your FPS up, you will do better in the game than somebody that's running on, ultra mode with not such a great graphics card. You will probably get better hit detection on them than you would if it was the other way around. So something that definitely needs fixing in the game. It shouldn't exist. The only difference between when you press your mouse and what is detected at the other person's end is the latency between you two. But right now it's better than it used to be. I don't think it's as bad as it was, but you do feel like sometimes you're shooting somebody and you're just not getting the hits that you should be, even if you're at point blank. So hopefully that's one that gets fixed out with this next patch. The inventory is being reworked in terms of code, fixing inventory operation, halts lots of bugs related to inventory management, reload operations, etc. Freezes and stuttering fixes, spawn freezes, grass regeneration freezes, freezes related to exception errors, optimizations, further anti anti-cheat improvements, next tier of detections, increasing of stability. Anti-cheat, it's a completely, that's a whole video in itself, so it's not something I'm going to go too much into in this. I am planning to do a video on the anti-cheat for this game, so I'm not going to talk too much about it in this one, but they are doing better with it. They're keeping on top of it, but my personal opinion is that they do need some outside help, but like I say, it's a separate video, that one. AI fixes and improvement, hearing fixes, position acquiring fixes, initialization errors, broken hands error, Scaf boss improvements. I've only come up against the Scaf boss 2 times myself, and I've enjoyed both firefights that I've had with this guy and the goons that he has with him. Seems to be slightly different AI with these Scavs that surround the Scaf boss, but yeah, if you can take him down, I highly recommend you do it, because you won't be able to carry all of the loot that you get from these guys. Definitely a good addition to the game, I think. So they've got crash fixes, crashes related to exceptions within Unity code, statistics rework and fixes, match end stat fixes, total control binding rework. You will be able to set up everything. Now I did actually post a question on their Facebook page asking what this one actually was, and basically you're not able to rebind all of the actions that are available to your character, but you will be able to after this next patch. Fixes in skills and adding some of the new ones, so you'll see in the skills section that some are blacked out, or you're actually able to increase some but they're not registered within the game at the moment. Then we've got different visual and audio fixes, gear clipping for example. Other fixes, yes, a lot of them. They admit there are a lot of fixes to be done within this game, but it is feeling very solid just recently, this game. I'm highly enjoying it. Also animating lots of stuff for consumables animation, but it's a big new feature and we promised that we will do the mega fix patch, so we are working on it, but we are not sure what we will get into 0.10. So basically they're going to do the best to get everything that I've just listed and more into 0.10, but some of it might not be in that, which is fine. We're getting used now to more regular patches from Escape from Tarkov rather than doing these mega patches that they used to do. So yeah, it's looking good. Now these are just preliminary patch notes. Not everything that will be in that patch is listed here right now, so when we get nearer the time, as was with 0.9 and 0.8, roughly around a week before it goes live, you get the full patch notes, so I will do another video then. But for now, this is what we're looking at getting in the game, and I think in terms of going after all the fixes and optimizations, it's the best way to go for this patch. We already have a slew of content in this game. There is lots of weapons, the maps are feeling pretty solid with the optimizations that they've done so far. So the game is very good. The base game and everything that surrounds it is good. We just need it to be more tightened up. We need these fixes and optimizations to start working for us. Now in the comments section, there's lots of people asking about whether weapons will be included, what weapons there will be, whether there'll be new maps and things like that, and their basic answer to a lot of these is they'll be in the game when they're put in the game. They are not going to rush anything, and they shouldn't really have to. They have a loyal user base now that regularly play this game, so they don't need to keep pushing new content all of the time. But obviously the new content that they've dropped in has attracted a lot of new players and brought old players back, so there's a lot of people playing right now. But yeah, it's coming together very nicely now, this, and they're just saying that they're trying their best to work out all of the kinks. They're hearing what everybody is saying, and I will give Escape from Tarkov one good thing from me. When you comment on their Facebook page on certain statuses that they put on, they will 9 times out of 10 reply to you. If you're asking, politely, and you're asking something that's informative, they will reply to you, and not just within a couple of hours and when putting a status on, they will reply a week later. You can go on there now and maybe comment on something that they put on 2 weeks ago, and they might actually get back to you. So they're doing their best with the PR. Obviously the person that does the PR doesn't always have the answers. They're probably just in charge of their social media accounts, so they don't know the technicalities of the game, but they do the best to answer anyway. So these are a good set of notes. I think, like I say, going after the technical aspects of the game and trying to fix certain things behind the scene is going to be the best way to go forward with this game. There are still a lot of things that go on within the game that bug people to hell. Desync issues, the stuttering, the frame drops, things like that. These are things that we really want to see fixed now. You just want to get a smoother experience out of this game. So that is all I've got for you today on Escape from Tarkov. As always, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.